everyone, and welcome back to Miss English Channel. I'm Emily, and I'm really happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Paul. Thank you for joining us. We help you practice real, everyday English in a warm and natural way.
If you enjoy learning English through simple conversations, please like and subscribe. It truly supports our channel.
Today, we're talking about something very personal, your habits, the good ones and the bad ones.
Yes, because habits may look small, but they quietly shape your whole life.
That sounds serious already. I'm thinking about my bad habits now.
Don't worry, we all have them. Let's start with daily habits that shape your life.
Okay, Emily, what's the first thing you do in the morning?
I wake up at 6:30, I sit up slowly, I drink a glass of water, I try not to check my phone immediately.
Wow, that's very disciplined. I usually grab my phone first. I check messages before I even stand up.
That's very common. Many people say, I check my phone as soon as I wake up.
Yes, and sometimes it makes me feel stressed. If I see too many emails, my heart beats faster.
That's important. You can say, it affects my mood, or it changes my energy.
So learners, what about you? Do you wake up early or do you hit the snooze button?
Repeat after us. I wake up at, and say your time. Great job.
Now let's talk about breaking a bad habit step by step. Emily, do you have one?
Yes, I used to sleep very late. I watched videos until midnight.
Oh no, that sounds familiar.
I felt tired every morning, so I told myself I'm trying to go to bed earlier.
That phrase is powerful. I'm trying to. It shows effort.
Exactly. Not perfect, just trying. At first, it was difficult. I felt frustrated.
Did you succeed immediately?
No, I failed many times, but I started small. I went to bed 10 minutes earlier each week.
That's realistic. Small progress feels possible.
And when I succeeded, I felt proud. You can say, I made a small improvement.
Let's practice together. Say, I'm trying to drink more water. Good.
Now say, I'm trying to wake up earlier. Perfect.
See, you're already building a new mindset.
Now, let's move to morning routines and first conversations, because habits also affect how we talk to people.
Yes, when I arrive at work, I say, "Good morning, how are you?" It's simple, but it creates connection.
Exactly. Small talk matters. You can ask, did you sleep well? Or, is it busy today?
Let's practice. Repeat, "Good morning, how's your day going?" Nice.
Notice we use simple present for habits. I wake up. I go to work. I drink coffee.
Not, "I am waking up every day." Just simple present. Keep it clear.
Now let's talk about healthy habits for body and mind. Paul, do you exercise?
I'm trying to walk every evening. See, I used your phrase again.
Very good. And how do you feel after walking?
I feel better when I move my body. I feel calmer.
That's a perfect structure. I feel better when...
Learners, repeat, I feel better when I exercise.
Healthy habits are simple. Sleep enough, drink water, think positively.
Consistency is more important than intensity.
So true. And remember, small habits create big change.
And your day always starts with one simple choice in the morning.
So we talked about morning habits. Now let's move into the middle of the day.
Yes, because this is where many habits become automatic. We don't even think about them.
Exactly. Let's talk about phone habits and screen time first. Paul, be honest. How often do you check your phone?
Too often. I check it when I'm bored. I check it while waiting. Sometimes I check it for no reason.
That's very honest. Many people say, I scroll through social media without thinking.
Yes, and then I say, where did my time go?
That's a great question. You can express your opinion by saying, I think I spend too much time online.
Or, in my opinion, I need better balance.
balance is the key word. Not zero phone time, just healthy limits.
Emily, how do you control your screen time?
I set small rules. For example, I don't check my phone during meals. I also turn off notifications at night.
That's smart. You can say, I try to limit my screen time. That's a useful sentence.
Repeat after us. I try to limit my screen time. Very good.
Now, let's connect this to study habits that really help, because time is precious.
Yes, if you spend 1 hour online, maybe you can spend 10 minutes learning English.
I like that idea. Small but consistent effort.
My best study habit is simple. I review every day, even 5 minutes.
That's powerful. I review every day. Clear and natural.
I also practice with a friend once a week. We speak only English for 30 minutes.
That sounds scary, but helpful.
It felt uncomfortable at first, but now I enjoy it. You grow when you step outside your comfort zone.
Learners, you can say, I practice with a friend, or I watch English videos.
Or, I write new words in a notebook.
Let's practice. Say, I practice English every day. Good.
Now say, I review new vocabulary at night. Excellent.
See, these are real sentences you can use immediately.
Now let's talk about spending and saving money wisely, because financial habits are important too.
Yes, I'm trying to save more money this year.
Good use of I'm trying to again. What are you saving for?
I want to travel next year, so I'm on a budget.
That's a useful phrase. I'm on a budget means you control your spending.
When I shop, I ask, how much is this? Or is there a discount?
Very practical. You can also say, I don't need this, or I'll think about it.
That's a strong habit, thinking before buying.
Yes, small savings today create freedom tomorrow.
Now let's move to habits at work or school.
Being on time is a habit. You can say, I always arrive on time.
Or, I try to finish my tasks early.
Helping others is another good habit. I help my classmates when they have questions.
At work, I sometimes say, can I help you with that? It builds teamwork.
That's beautiful. Kindness is also a habit.
And it makes your environment positive.
What about you, listeners? Are you usually on time?
Say it aloud. I try to be responsible. Good job.
Habits at work and school show your character.
Yes, people trust you when you are consistent.
And consistency builds confidence.
I like that connection.
Me too, because habits are not only actions, they shape how you see yourself.
If you keep your promises, even small ones, you start to believe in yourself more.
Exactly, and that belief changes everything.
So far today, we talked about phone habits, study habits, money habits, and work habits.
Yes, and we can see a pattern. Small actions, big results.
But what about free time? What about weekends?
That's where habits become choices.
And choices become lifestyle.
Let's explore that next.
So, Paul, let's talk about weekend habits. They feel different, right?
Very different. On weekdays, I follow a schedule. On weekends, I follow my mood.
I like that sentence. I follow my mood. That sounds natural and personal.
On Saturday, I usually wake up later. I don't set an alarm. I let my body decide.
That sounds relaxing. I usually make a slow breakfast. I sit by the window and drink coffee quietly.
Weekends feel softer. The air feels slower. Even the streets seem calmer.
Yes, and our habits change too. On weekdays, we say, I go to work. On weekends, we say, I meet my friends, or I visit my family.
Learners, repeat. On weekends, I relax. Good.
You can also say, I clean my house, or I do my laundry. Not very exciting, but very real.
Yes, real-life English includes laundry.
Now, let's practice inviting someone politely. Imagine it's Saturday afternoon.
Okay?
You can say, would you like to grab coffee?
Or, do you want to watch a movie tonight?
And if you are busy, you can reply, I'd love to, but I have plans.
That's polite and friendly, not too direct.
Let's practice together. Say, would you like to join me? Great job.
Free time habits show your priorities. Do you rest? Do you learn? Do you connect with people?
Exactly. Some people watch TV for hours. Some people read. Some people learn new skills.
There's no perfect choice, but balance is important.
Yes, I like to keep one small learning habit even on weekends. I read 2 pages in English. Just 2.
That reminds me of the 1% rule again. Small progress every day.
Exactly. You don't need to study for 3 hours. You just need to stay consistent.
Consistency builds identity. If you practice English every weekend, you become someone who speaks English.
That's powerful. Your habits shape your identity.
Now, let's reflect on the day itself. At night, do you think about your day?
Yes, I do. Before sleeping, I often ask myself, what did I do well today?
That's a healthy reflection habit.
You can say, today I felt productive, or today I felt tired but satisfied.
I like to say, I did my best today, even if the day was not perfect.
That sentence is very comforting. Repeat after us. I did my best today.
Good job. Reflection helps you grow.
Yes, when you reflect, you learn from small mistakes.
And you celebrate small successes.
Exactly. For example, today I drank more water, or today I spoke English for 10 minutes.
These may look like small, but they matter.
Every habit is like planting a tiny seed. You don't see change immediately.
But after weeks and months, something beautiful grows.
That's how life works, and that's how language learning works too.
Yes, you don't become fluent in one night. You grow slowly.
And it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the process.
When you say something wrong, you learn something right.
Beautifully said.
So, at the end of your day, try saying one sentence in English about your habits.
For example, I'm trying to sleep earlier, or I'm trying to exercise more.
Or, I feel better when I stay positive.
Yes, speak it aloud. Your voice builds confidence.
And confidence builds courage.
And courage builds change. I like where this is going.
Because small habits really create big changes in life.
And your future self is quietly watching your daily choices.
So choose one small habit today, just one.
And stay with it. We're almost ready to wrap everything together and leave you with something meaningful to remember.
So today, we've talked about many kinds of habits. Morning habits, phone habits, study habits, weekend habits.
Yes, and when we look at them together, they tell a story. Your story.
Exactly. Your habits describe your daily life, and your daily life builds your future.
I used to think habits were boring, just small routines.
Me too, but now I see them differently. They are small promises we make to ourselves.
That's deep. So when I say, I'm trying to wake up earlier, I'm making a promise.
Yes, and even if you fail one day, you can try again tomorrow.
That's important. Progress is not straight. It goes up and down.
But if you keep going, you improve, slowly but surely.
Let's review some powerful phrases from today.
Repeat after us. I wake up early.
I'm trying to build a better habit.
I feel better when I exercise.
I review every day.
I'm on a budget.
I try to be on time.
I'd love to, but I have plans.
I did my best today.
Beautiful. These sentences are simple, but they are real.
And when you use real sentences, English becomes part of your life.
Remember, you don't need perfect grammar to grow. You need courage to speak.
And patience, a lot of patience.
Yes, language learning is like building a muscle. You train a little every day.
Sometimes you feel tired, sometimes you feel strong.
But you keep showing up.
I like that phrase, keep showing up. It means you continue even on difficult days.
Exactly. Even 5 minutes of practice matters.
Even one English sentence before bed matters.
Let's do a small reflection together right now.
Okay?
Think about one habit you want to improve.
Now say it in English. I'm trying to...
Maybe, I'm trying to sleep earlier.
Or I'm trying to study 10 minutes every day.
Good. Now imagine yourself 1 month later.
You feel a little more confident, a little more disciplined.
That's how change begins, quietly.
Small habits, small sentences, small steps.
But over time, they create big results.
Before we finish, we want to remind you of something important.
Even if you remember just one phrase today, you are already improving.
Even if you speak slowly, you are moving forward.
And even if you make mistakes, you are brave.
We are really proud of you for learning and growing.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Ms. English channel. More warm and fun English stories are coming your way.
And please comment one habit you're trying to build. We would love to read it.
Tonight, before you sleep, say one small sentence in English.
Maybe just, I did my best today.
Let that sentence sit quietly in your heart.
Because one small English sentence today
Is one confident step toward a stronger you tomorrow.